What's up, my loves? It's your girl, Erica V, and you are tuned into Freedom Podcast, where we celebrate you living life happy, healthy, and what? Free. What's up, my loves? It's your girl, Erica V, and you are tuned into Freedom Podcast, where we celebrate you living life happy, healthy, and what? Free. And do you want to know what the word is? Do you want to know what the word is? The word for tonight is simply this. It is time you resuscitate your faith. Let me say it again. It is time you resuscitate your faith. Listen, today is September the 30th, 2024, and you are chilling with your girl, Erica V. Let me say it again, though. The word for tonight is this. Honey, it is time you resuscitate your faith. Yes. Listen, many of us have gone too long with letting our dreams die. We're letting our goals die. We're letting the things that we know God has placed on our heart to do. What are you waiting on? It is time you resuscitate your faith. Listen, there is so much inside of you. There's books inside of you. There's podcasts inside of you. There's businesses inside of you. So what are you waiting on? Listen, I have been that girl to have all these dreams and goals, books that I haven't written, things that I need to do, new businesses I need to venture. And matter of fact, I need to go even harder in the businesses that I already have. It is time we stop playing games and get what God has already promised us. God does not want us to be walking around here broke, no vision, no dreams, no goals, don't know what to do. Listen, God has placed some things inside of you. It is time that you believe in yourself and know that God has your back. Listen, when I say resuscitate your faith, you know when somebody, they may be a cold red or cold blue and they die. Well, that's when they have to be resuscitated. It's like a reset. It is time that you reset. Reset and focus on your dreams. Reset and focus on your goals. Reset and take care of you. Reset and get to that thing that you've been constantly postponing. Reset. It is time for you to get a reset. You don't know what's inside of you. You don't know what you carry. You've been sleeping on yourself for way too long. It is time that you resuscitate everything, every vision, every book, anything that you have been wanting to do, but you've been sleeping on yourself. It is time that you wake up. A lot of us don't pursue dreams, not because we don't have the money, not because we don't have the support, but it's just because we don't have the faith that we need to know that we're going to be successful at it. We don't understand that, yeah, you may have a nail business like her, but you don't do the things that she do. You may have a wig line like her, but you don't do the things that you do. You may like doing makeup, but you don't do the things that she do. It is enough money and enough dreams for all of us. It is time that we stop sleeping on ourselves. And it makes me think about, in the Bible, the woman with the issue of blood. You know, she bled for so long, many, many years. And she had the faith that if I just touch the hem of his garment, if I just touch the hem of his garment, I know I'll be healed. I know he can do what he needs to do. I know he can set me free. How many of us, if we would just take the time to have faith and say, listen, I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. I'm not going to stop doing what I need to do until I make it to where you have for me to be. Listen, if we would just say, if I would only touch the hem of his garment, listen, if we would just take the step, if we would just try to go get the grant, if we would just go to the bank, and we would just take the first step and do the first hairdo, do your first client in makeup. Listen, if we would just trust God. See, a lot of us, it's easy to trust God when everything is going right, when you have all your ducks in a row. But listen, When you say, I'm going to trust God, I don't have a lick of money to open this business. I don't have a lick of money to buy this product. I don't have a lick of money to buy anything. I trust God. Trust God and still write the vision. Trust God and still go fill out the business loan. Trust God and still do somebody makeup. Trust God and still do somebody hair. Listen, trust God and still go get the business, the business, the land. Trust God and still go get the house. Listen, it is too many of us, too many children of God, too many men and women in Christ that are struggling with resuscitating their vision. You got dreams and goals and you don't know where to start. You got dreams and goals and you so fearful. You got dreams and goals and social media have you thinking that you are less than because you don't have what everybody else have. That you are less than because it don't look like hers look. It don't look like the way that his look. You ain't start with a lot of money. Trust God. It is time that you resuscitate your faith. Stop sleeping on yourself. Listen, you may not have the money, but if you knew who you serve, you would say, I may not have the money, but I know who I serve. I know who's in control of it. So why would you sit up here and keep filling that same notebook with you constantly changing the vision, with you constantly doing things? You already know what it is that you need to do. So listen, resuscitate your faith. It is time that we stop living in fear. Why are we men and women of God so fearful of mistakes? Even if you make a mistake, do it. When I say when it comes to your dreams and your goals, stop worrying about the what ifs. What if it failed? What if I don't have enough money? What if they say no? What if it don't look like that? What if it don't look like that? Listen, the time we spend second guessing ourselves is the time that we can spend making it happen. Get around you women or men, whoever it is, that's going to help push you into the right direction. And when I say this because sometimes get around friends that can speak life into you. Get around people who can see the calling that God has on your life. Get around people that can see your vision. Get around people that know you have talent. Friend, I know you have talent. Friend, it's your season. Friend, start the business. Friend, buy the outfit. Friend, stop postponing. Get around people that speak life into you. Don't be around people that every time you mention your dreams, every time you mention your goals, they say, no, I don't think you're going to do it. I don't think you should do that. You ain't got enough money for that. Listen. You got to have people around you that can pray for you. You got to have people that can stand in the gap for you. People that can say, guess what? No, friend, go fill out that loan. You ain't got no time to waste. Go fill it out. What are we waiting on? Surround yourself with people that can see inside of you. Sometimes we have people around us that don't even see. Like, get around people who can see you not only now, but see you in the future. I see you in the future, friend, and you look so much better. I see you in the future, friend, and that business look good. I see you in the future, friend, and that house look good. I see you in the future, friend, and you ain't broke. I see you in the future, friend, and your bank account is triple. Get around people that can speak life inside of you. Stop hanging around people who don't see the vision that God has for you. If you have a friend, you should be around a friend that by now can say, friend, you are a friend. You are a prophet. Friend, you are a woman of God. Friend, start that book. Friend, make it happen. Friend, do the wig. Friend, do this. Friend, open a business. Friend, buy the land. Get people around you that can speak life inside of you. We are not in a time where we can afford to be around people who suck the life out of us. But this is a time where you need to be around people who can pour into you. This is not the season to be around people that drain your energy, that drain this, drain that. We are in a time where we should be billionaires at this point. We should be billionaires. I'm no longer sleeping on myself. I'm no longer caring about how it makes other people feel. I'm no longer caring about, oh, mine may not look like hers. Work on your craft, get it together, and guess what? You got this. Stop worrying about who else doing it. Stop worrying about how you make people feel. Stop worrying about this and that. As long as it's in alignment with where God is taking you, then honey, take off. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Take off. Take off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take off. Stop sleeping on yourself. This is not the time to sleep on yourself. Yeah, my family don't support me. So what? God does. Yeah, my family ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Anybody gonna buy nothing. God will. Sometimes it takes people to see other people doing it for them to do it. Don't nobody know you. Nobody know you. But as soon as you get on, I know her. I went to school with her. Yeah, I know her. We ain't in a season where we settling. We're no longer settling. We're no longer making excuses for ourselves. We're no longer making excuses for people that's not supporting us. It's time for us to take off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get your bags, get your things. We are no longer sleeping on ourselves. For God doesn't give us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and of a sound mind. So why are we walking around being fearful? It's another thing to be fearful when you are in danger. But to be fearful of the unknown, to be fearful of success, to be fearful of you not knowing whether you will fail or not. Why are we walking around as men and women of God and being fearful of so many things? As if we don't know who we serve. As if we don't know who we are. Are you not a child of the Most High? Is your Father not Alpha and Omega? Is your Father not the beginning and the end? Is your Father not the one, the only true living God? So we will not walk around in this season. We will not be fearful. We will not sleep on ourselves. I don't know about you, but I spent too many years allowing other people to put their dreams on me. I spent too many years sleeping on myself. I spent too many years letting the negative words of other people affect me. I spent too many years growing up allowing people to tell me what I should do, what I shouldn't do, what you are, what you ain't. Listen, let me tell you something. When you become a child of God, although you were born into your family, understand that you are a child of God. You've been adopted. You are a child of God. So I'm not going to walk around letting the words of my childhood affect me. No, I'm not going to walk around letting generation to curse saying, oh, I got this. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care if you have a disability. You can still make it. I don't care if you have a disability. You can still be successful. Don't let society make you think when you go through different things that your life is over. Let me tell you this. I have to have one more surgery on my right eye. To my doctor, she said, you're already legally blind in your right eye. Do I walk around sad? Do you think I'm going to let the words of man stop me from pursuing my dreams, stop me from pursuing my goals? So I'm here to tell you, you're not the only one going through things. You will make it. I don't care if it's you making a purse. I don't care if it's you being a singer. Whatever it is, utilize what God has already given you. You have books inside of you. You have businesses inside of you. It's time for you to resuscitate your faith, even in your health. I don't care what the doctors say. I trust God. I trust God. No matter my circumstances, no matter my situation, I trust God. I stand on the foundation and the principles of God. So no, I will not walk around feeling sorry for myself. Sometimes you have to speak life over yourself. I will be successful. I will do everything God has called me to do. I will be obedient. I will be successful. Speak life over you. You know why? It's already too many people that doubt you. It's already too many people that hate to see you coming. It's already too many people that cannot stand you. And sometimes they walk around, why these people don't like me? Why they can't stand me? Let me tell you why. Because sometimes, and you don't even know it, You may look like I ain't even making that much money. I ain't even doing nothing special. But guess what? The enemy is so mad at you. Let me tell you why. Because no matter what you go through, you still give God the glory. No matter what you go through, you don't give up. But when you walk around and feel sorry for yourself, when you walk around and give up on your dreams, when you walk around and give up on your goals, when you walk around and you don't write the book because you're worried about how other people may feel, because you're worried about other people's feelings, no, we ain't doing it in this season. We trust in God. And you wonder why it seems like so much is going on. Let me tell you something. The enemy loves it when you don't do what God has called you to do. The enemy loves it when you don't open that business. The enemy loves it. He like, what? I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't got to do nothing. But let me tell you something. The reason why it seems like everybody around you don't like you. People don't like you. It seems like you're out of place. That is because the enemy knows what God has for you. The enemy has already peeped into your future. He already see the ending. It's you that don't understand the calling that God has on your life. It's you that don't understand that God has you covered. It's you that don't understand that there's angels around you that's protecting you. It's you. So don't get caught up in people don't like me. You know how many people that's successful that people don't like? You know how many people that's anointed that people don't like? They don't even have to have a reason. They just don't like you. Stop worrying about how people feel about you. Just obey God. If it's the book that you need to write, obey God. If it's the podcast you need to start, obey God. If it's the business that you need to open, obey God. When I say resuscitate your faith, you may not have the money to start the business right now, but make your logo. Canva, free. And that may get bleeped out, but yes. There may be things that you feel like I can't do, but there's a lot of things that you can do. Figure out your business name. Go get you an LLC, where everything is covered. But do not allow man to stop you from doing what God has called you to do. There are too many men and women of Christ that should be billionaires right now, myself included. I'm not leaving me out. This for you, but this for me too. It's time we stop sleeping on ourselves. The thing is, sometimes it's not even that we're not doing what God tells us to do. Sometimes it's us just being stuck in our ways and not obeying God because you're so worried about what man say. You ain't even hearing the yes that God is telling you. You're hearing the no from other people. So you're putting the man before God. And God is like, if you would just trust me, if you would just take the stand, if you would just go, if you would just do, if you would just tell your story, if you would just tell your testimony, stop sleeping on we're no longer doing that. Men, women. I have friends that should be business owners. I have friends all of my friends are going to be billionaires. Everybody that's connected to me will win. You know why? Because that's the plan that God has for us. I'm no longer allowing my friends to sleep on themselves. I'm no longer sleeping on myself. So I'm here to tell you, I don't care if you feel like I don't look the part. I don't care if you feel like I don't have the tools. I don't have the education. We serve a God that's so good that God, and I'm going to tell you what God did for me. For the people that feel like you got to have all this education. I never went to college. I never went to a university. I went to a community college, maybe a year or a half of a year. But I went to trade school. But I never went to college. But I'm in a manager's position. A good position. But God blessed me with that. So I'm here to tell you, stop counting yourself out. All you have to do is take the step. When I asked God for another job, I told God this. I said, God, let your will be done. If it be for me, I'm going to get it. If it's mine, I'm going to get it. I may not have the qualifications. I may not know all the big words. Let me tell you something. A lot of people, they tell me, oh, Erica, you're so Southern. You're so Southern because I can be professional. I can code switch very well, but I'm just me. Be yourself in the room. When you get in the room, don't change who you are when you get in the room. When I say don't change who you are, I mean, when you get in the room, don't allow people to make you be another one of them. This is not a copy and paste situation. You are unique. You can't be duplicated. So stop trying to fit in other folks' box. Stop trying to be other people's perception of you. Oh, you shouldn't do that. I think you should do this. I'm going to tell y'all something. All my life, I have cared about not looking a certain way when I go out. Always thinking I got to be perfect. We're not doing that. In this season, you getting the raw, the uncut. You getting the real. I'm telling my testimonies. I'm no longer hiding the way that I feel. I'm no longer settling. I'm no longer not writing the book because I'm worried about the feelings of other people and not worried about my own. Write the book. Talk about it. When you don't do what God has for you to do, sometimes in most cases, you'll see a person that God gave you the same vision. He told you the same thing, but being that you were not obedient, you'll see another person come up and it's like, phew, they take off. Because you too busy, I got to get this. Well, I don't want to do it until I get that. I don't want to do it until I get this. It's like people say when you say, okay, you want to come to church? Well, I got to get myself together first. Get yourself together first. Nobody in the world has came to church and said, I'm going to get myself together first. What? So you think everybody that came to church was together? We weren't. We weren't together. When we got in church is when we got it together. But I'm here to tell you, we're not sleeping on ourselves. We're not. We're not sleeping on ourselves. We've done it for too long. We've settled for too long. We've put other folks before us for too long. We're no longer doing that. Step outside your comfort zone. And sometimes, let me tell you this as well. Sometimes it takes you to be around people that you have never met before. To be around people that you sometimes that very person that you and these other folks talking about is a person that you need to be connected to. Oops. Let me say it again. That very person that you and somebody else talking about could be the piece to your puzzle. Could be the thing that you are missing. Could be the thing that's stopping you from going to the next level. You don't know who people know. But because this person don't like you or like her, you jumping on the bandwagon. Don't block your blessing riding the trains and the coattails of other people. Let me say that again. Don't block your blessing riding the coattails and the trains of other people. When I meet people, I don't stop disliking people because other people don't dislike them. I got to figure it out for myself. They're just like me. Don't dislike me because somebody else don't like me. Get to know me. Ask me questions. Ask about me. If you feel a way about me and you don't know why you feel a way about me, tell me. Let's talk about it. It could just be a misunderstanding. It's so many misunderstandings going on in the world. But we aren't being successful because we have so much other stuff going on, which if we come together as a unit, we would get so much further. So much further. So with that being said, listen, get your faith in order. It's time for you to resuscitate that faith, babe. Stop sleeping on yourself. You feel so off because you're constantly trying to be in a place where you know you don't need to be. You feel off because you've been working that job and you haven't been giving yourself some me time. You've been so off because you don't write the book. You are a writer. You are a writer. Many people don't know this about me, but since a little girl, I have been a writer. I was typing poems and stuff since I was a little girl. I stopped doing it when I was at a certain age, but if somebody give me a title, I can literally write a poem in one day. Not even a day. Like, quick. So I'm telling you, don't sleep on yourself. Look at me. Look at me. Come close. Come close. Come close. Yeah, you. Come close. Stop sleeping on you. I don't care what your family say. I don't care what your friends say. I don't care what people that's been around you say. God has something special just for you. But you got to take the first step. You got to take the first step. Don't sleep on yourself. Stop making excuses for yourself. I don't care if you a plus size woman. I'm big and don't know what I'm a plus size woman too. We still ain't sleeping on ourselves. Oh, I ain't got the money and I ain't got this and I don't look the part. Goodwill. We still not sleeping on ourselves. Whatever you got to do to get back in alignment with where you know God wants you to be, do it. I love you guys with the love of Christ. Listen, it's time to resuscitate your faith. Be blessed. I hope you guys have an amazing night. I love you. Mwah. To see you lose, want to see you win. So with that being said, yeah, you may be going through, but sometimes God will allow you to go through to see how your posture is, to see how your posture is in God. See,